big man ting, smash the like button and subscribe. So as you've all heard and seen by now, Tank tweaking out Davis has been caught on camera wiling out and abusing his baby mum at a charity basketball match nonetheless. Now, I've given my reaction to that in a separate video. If you want to hear my reaction to that situation, check my channel. However, this right here, we're going to cover Tank Davis's reaction because he has made a response. He posted the following: I never once hit her. Yeah, I was aggressive and I told her, come on. That's the mother of my child. I would never hurt her. Other than that, Happy New Year's. January was trash. Listen, boss, the only thing that made January trash was yourself. People always want to blame everyone else. People trying to blame star signs. Oh, I'm Aquarius. I'm not even sure what the January star sign is, but people are like, oh, January Aquarius, it's bad. Oh, January Cancer, oh, it's a bad sign. That's why January's bad. No, January was bad because you're wild out, because you're CTE'd out on your baby mum in front of everyone at nonetheless a charity boxing match or a charity basketball match. That's why January was trash. Trying to blame everyone else for your problems. Fix up and tighten up. You man are hella out of pocket expeditiously, like T Creepy Eye said. Now let me analyse what he said here. I never once hit her. I never once hit her. You gripped her up. You dragged her. No word of a lie, yeah. If you watch the footage carefully, he grips her up. And you got to remember, he's a little man as well, so he has to really try hard to move someone, because she isn't a small woman. She's thick, yeah. She's super thick, and Tank Davis is 5'4". So what happens when a super thick ting? What happens when a 5'4" midget tries to move a super thick baby mama? That's hard work. He had to grip her up. He pulled her up and he literally dragged her. He held it. He dragged her like a naughty child. You know, I haven't got children, but I remember when I was younger, and if I used to go wandering off, if I did it once, it was okay. If I did it twice, it was okay. But if I wandered off like 3 or 4 times in a shopping centre, eventually my mum would come along and grab my arm and pull it, kind of thing. That's how he treated his baby mum at the basketball show in front of everyone. I'm sorry, you can't act like that, man. It's not right. And then to come on and talk about, I never once hit her, yeah, I was aggressive and told her to come on. He's trying to justify it. No, what you need to do is, yeah, rather than saying, oh, I never did this, oh, I only told her to come on, I would never do this, I would never do that, put your hands in the air. I was wrong. Too many people these days don't want to take no responsibility. I was wrong. It's on videotape. Fair enough, you know, yeah. There's a whole bag of man who get allegations made against them and there's no videotape. If there's no videotape and you want to say, I never once hit her, and oh, I told her to come on, and I would never hurt her, that's my baby mum, etc, etc, that's fair enough. But there's a videotape, boss man. We saw it. We saw the whole thing. And not one part of that video said to me, that's the mother of my child, and I'd never hurt her. Not one part of that video told me, I never once hit her. Not one part of that video told me, I told her to come on. You grabbed her and forced her, and you dragged her on about I told her to come on. And besides, bottom line is you're tweaking out, boss man, and you need to, rather than trying to explain it and excuse it, take responsibility, put your hands in the air and say, listen, I messed up, won't happen again. And in typical emotional fashion, after Tank Davis posted this message, he has now since deleted his social media. When you go to his Twitter account, which is at Gervonta with 2 A's at the end, this account doesn't exist. His Instagram account also has no posts, and it looks like it's probably on its way. It might be in between being deleted, kind of thing, or he's just deleted all of his posts. So clearly he can't handle the pressure. He can't handle the heat in the kitchen, and that's what I'll tell these cats. Listen, if you can't do the crime, sorry, if you can't do the time, don't do the crime. Same with all these snitching ass dudes. If you don't want to do the big man time, don't do the big man thing on road. Simple. And that's the end of that anyway. If you want to hear my reaction, like I said, I'll go into more detail about my thoughts on the actual crime and whatnot. Allegedly, by the way, allegedly, that's a crime in in Miami, Florida. So he might get caught lacking. However, I'm not sure if his babe mum will press charges. Likely not. But then again, it might even be a case where the police can just take it because there's video footage. Maybe they don't even need her to press charges. Either way, this ain't a good look. Boss man, get in the gym. You're barely fighting once a year. Your career is ticking you past, and before you know it, you're gonna end up like Adrian Broner, begging for Cash App donations. Do you want to be that guy? Do you want to be AB? Yeah, about begging. Is that you, boss man? If you don't want that to be you, I suggest, number one, you stop breeding so many baby mums, and number two, you get your ass in the gym and start working. Otherwise, you'll be about begging, the same as bum-ass Broner. Anyway, oh yeah, and before I go, one last thing. The fact he's deleted all of his social media, that just once again shows he don't want to take no responsibility for it. We talked earlier about his initial post where he said, oh, I never grabbed her, oh, I never punched her, oh, I never hit her, oh, this, that. Not one point in this has he wanted to take responsibility. And that, for me, deleting your social media, once again, he just don't want to take he doesn't want to take no heat, no nothing from it. You're in the wrong. Soak it up. When you take an L, yeah, some L's need to be soaked up. And cats today, they're good at dubs. For example, those of you who know about boxing, Tevin Farmer, who is one of Gervonta Davis's rivals, very close rivals, he lost this weekend. And Gervonta Davis was on social media being smoky, atting Tevin Farmer, saying, don't ever talk to me again, like, don't ever test me again, giving it this, giving it that. See what I mean? He was happy to be on social media when he was taking the dubs. Now the minute he's taking an L, he's nowhere to be found, and that's the problem these days, man. People are very good at taking the dubs, but they're nowhere to be found, deleting accounts, talking about feeling suicidal. Oh man, I feel suicidal. Oh, you know what I mean? I'm not taking a mick out of that part. I'm taking a mick out of the fact that they're good at people are hypocritical kind of thing. You're very good when you're on top, but when it comes to taking it, you ain't so smoky. And the moral to that message is, don't give it out if you can't take it. Don't be giving smoke to Tevin Farmer when he's down. When it's your turn to be down, you deleting social media and running away from it. Yeah?